And we live. We live. Oh, we live. We live. Welcome to the Slap. Home of the Slap. Y'all know what it is. Man, Tate, Tate. Appreciate all of y'all. Man, today we got somebody pulled up to the Slap who, you know what I'm saying, I seen this from the ground up. And what I mean by what I say, I seen it from the ground up. When I seen it from the ground up from somebody, this dude right here, like I seen this from the time of like 5 Foot Giant. Like this is early. This my early thoughts of hip hop or whatever involved this dude in some way. He was either promoting the parties, he was either getting the flyers done, he was either DJing, he was either coming up with dance routines, he was either like, y'all know him as Super Nat, y'all know him, golly, man, how many names? DJ Super Nat, Supernatural,
Clay T,
James J.
That's who I am.
Yeah, James J is who you are now, man. Like, damn, I gotta get this on film too. We getting this on film, live from the Slap, man. James J in the building, baby.
What's up? What's up,
man? Look, man.
Yeah,
this is super dope, man. This is really. I can't explain how dope this is, cause I literally have seen you go from this to acting to directing to producing to comedy. Like really, man, you have like leveled and transitioned like a million different lifetimes. Like people can talk about your hip hop side, people can talk about your faith side, people can talk about your acting side, people can talk about your production side, like DJing. Like you have worn so many different hats in this, man.
I got make sure you get this so my mama can hear about what you saying about me.
Oh, okay.
Let me get that camera on there.
Nah, for real. You've done like you really. I never seen anything like it though. Like in my young time, because I remember, like I'm early in this music stuff. C-Note, James J, 5 Foot Giant. Like I remember, was it 2 Below Zero?
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was with a Soldier.
Yeah.
Rodney Jones was on that one.
I just remember all y'all coming up together. You know, all people man Chicken. God, that's my dude. But I just remember all y'all coming up together. Like you, Five, Ronnie, all y'all grew up together and y'all were all doing something different. And then I remember just primarily, a lot of people don't know this, one of the first podcasts, it was in the city. Was it Blaze It Up Radio?
Blaze It Up Radio.
M Rose on site and you?
Yeah.
See, we going way back. We're going back on the show today. We're going back on the show. But now, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about that, like, your experiences, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, Levon O'Neal over here, bro.
What's up?
What up?
Yeah, we in the Slap. Yeah.
Damn, man. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, I remember the earliest. Let me just talk about how I got into
how you get into music?
I was in trouble a lot. And my dad had albums downstairs in the basement, and I couldn't go outside. Couldn't go to my friend's house, and I was just listening to albums all day. James Brown, Isaac Hayes, and I was just, and that's the same time, you know, Run DMC and Curtis Blow and all them was coming out, and I would notice my dad had those albums. I was like, man, got that break right there. You know what I'm saying? So it kept me in the house trying to find what breaks in music that my dad had that the hip hop people was having in New York at the time. So that kept me at home listening to music. I fell in love with music at an early age, maybe about 9 or 10. So I'm in the house begging my mom and dad to get musical equipment hooked up with. Shout out to DJ AP Austin Pruitt, he got me, showed me how to DJ. So I got into DJing. So about DJing, I'm trying to do music. I'm doing that. And then I heard I had a cousin named 5 Foot John.
Wow.
And they said he wanted to come over to the crib. I said, well, tell him to come over to the crib. He said, he's into music too. And I said, all right. So he came down there. He was looking at my albums. And then Walt Wilson, Dizzy D. So he started coming around. So I had all these hip-hop guys. Just One. James was coming over. So my house became the pre-slap.
This was your house was the pre-slap.
My house was the pre-slap.
Your house was the pre-slap.
I'm gonna date myself.
Okay. I'm
date myself.
All
right. It was 87, 88. Ooh. 88. So yeah, y'all calculating how old I am. But the point is, it was a good time.
Wow.
In the beginning of hip hop, and I think we was trying to find our voice. At that time, like, who are we? We was sampling other people's samples and going to the music underground. We'd go to the underground with Mac. We started going out there to the underground. The first studio that was a real studio.
Real studio.
We was doing it off 4 tracks. And I know probably they don't know what 4-track tape is.
So y'all was
I was doing
it
before then. We was doing tape to tape. So
reel to reel?
Like, no, I didn't have that money. I had 2 tape decks that I was running and taping it. And they was on my house doing it that way. So I still got some of that. I got to find it. But that era showed me the love of it. Showed me who was around. It's more family oriented. Family. You know what I'm saying? So from there, long story short, let's skip some years.
Yeah, let's skip
some. That was the DJing part.
Yeah.
Now, I started hooking up with other people doing other things. I just felt like I was in a box doing hip hop only. You know what I'm saying? I just, 4 bars, 4 counts, and I got tired of it. I stopped doing music. Then a guy came to me, it's like, this is where my faith came in. I was like 19, 20. Somebody said it's a thing called gospel rap. I was like, what? They doing gospel rap? It's probably been out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been out.
I was going to the Malibu. They don't know what the Malibu was. They don't know what Casablanca. Right now, it's the Velvet Room. It was the Malibu back then.
Malibu 7.
Yeah. We was doing that. We wasn't thinking about no gospel.
Right.
So the point is, I was trying to do the right thing at the time, and I was like, I hooked up with some guys, and let me drop a nugget on y'all. We did the first gospel rap video. Now y'all can check all the people doing gospel rap, but Boyd Anderson was my
Did one of them videos get on BET? Like when they was doing
he got it on BET on Bobby Jones Gospel. I like to
Bobby
say
Jones Gospel.
I'm kind of sounding like Soulja Boy. I was the first.
Nah. But when you
don't know, people don't know.
When you really, you know what I'm saying? When you go look at everything you've done successfully and like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like being, I'm being around it, seeing it. I'm seeing it from, you know what I mean?
I'm going to do another pre that you might
Okay.
Get this out. So we started doing that, traveling with the Blue Brothers. Blue 5, Chris Blue, PJ Blue. We started going out to Las Vegas.
See, I was getting busy. We
was trying to make some moves on the back burner, on the underground. But then the first time I got on the radio station was at UTK 90.3. We had a gospel rap radio station at UTK.
Wow!
So check that out. So we was in there. So it was a good time to try. I like trying different things. At that time, I was like, if this hasn't been done, let me see if I can do it. Let me try to see if I can do that. And I'll try to see how many gifts God gave me. So I tell everybody, don't try to put yourself in a box.
Right.
Don't try to just let somebody tell you this is what you're good at. Try to perfect everything you touch.
Man.
That's what I want to tell people. Try to perfect
Try to what?
Everything you touch. When you playing NBA Live or something, you got your stats, you look at your artist. That's how I look at life. I kind of look at like I might have the speed of 5 out of 10. I might have the dunking power of 7 out of 10. So what I'm trying to say, when I'm acting, I'm kind of like, well, I might be a 2, to be honest. But I'm trying to get 10.
But you've been perfecting the acting.
So
perfecting it. Though.
I've been trying to do a lot of roles on Snapped and a lot of these. Shout out to Jupiter Entertainment. I found out that Jupiter Entertainment was like one of the biggest networks in Tennessee, part of the country.
Shout out to Jupiter.
So they're number 3 in live tapings and shows like that. And I found that out through my boy Big Zoe. Shout out.
R.I.P. to Big Zoe, man. Zoe. Talk about that, man. Like, that relationship, man. Like, how did you and Zoe like link up to where y'all was doing what y'all were doing, man?
Yeah, Big Zoe, man. That was my brother, man. I was on, I don't know if it was 2000, my son was about 2015, 14, like that.
Yeah.
And I was on Facebook scrolling. And I seen this guy, big knucklehead, waterhead boy, getting a boxing ring. And he said, anybody want to come and help me? And I was like, I might as well just go down and see what this is about. You know?
Okay, so
that's how I just seen him online. I didn't know I didn't know him at all.
You didn't even know the dude?
No, nobody told me about him. I didn't know he came from Chad. I didn't know he was one of the biggest boxers in the area. You know, I didn't know nothing.
So you never saw him on ESPN?
None of that.
Wow, this is crazy. I didn't know this. Yeah, I didn't know this. So that's how y'all know each other.
I went down on Oak Ridge Highway and I said, hey, I'm my first name. I went down there, told him who I was. He said, all right, yeah, I see what you're doing. I said, I can help promote. So I just got in where I fit in, ended up being one of my best friends, ended up being his road manager at one particular time. And he inspired me to follow a professional boxer like that. It teaches you might get knocked down. People might not believe in you, but you get up. And to me, I felt like I was needed at that time, the video. I was needed to put that on film. Like, I got so many pictures and so many stuff behind the scenes, and I can go back and it still inspire me to this day. So I just want to say that he was one of my brothers that inspired me to never quit, and be about your family. What the thing about Big Zoe, he was like, I'm doing it. Every time I get in that ring, he would tell me, I can die in that ring, bro.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody that's on your live, man. You got a bunch of people on your live. Man, you got a bunch of people on your live, man.
Okay, that's what's
I ain't seen. Shout out to Dro.
Dro was on there. Yeah.
Dro.
What's up, Lo?
Shout out to Lo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We just chopping up, talking about Tennessee legends. We on Big Zoe now, man. But rest in peace to you know.
I saw a bunch of people on your live that I know.
That you know,
You know what I'm saying?
We in the slapping it up. But just giving up for the people that's made a way for us to continue to do what we do. I think that's what we need to do more of. Big up others.
Yeah. Like, I don't got no problem with nobody. Yeah. Just doing something uplifting. You know what I mean? Like, where it get foggy for me is anytime, like, there is a situation with somebody, right? And it go too far left to where you can't even have that conversation. To now to where, like, you don't even want to move in that form because it's taking you back to somewhere you're not.
Yeah, we all grow, and I look at it from a
growth.
I think, I'm a little bit older than you, maybe about 10, 15 years. Yeah, we ain't gonna say it. But how I look
at how much older you are than me.
Yeah. But I look at it now like I try not to. What surprises me when somebody does me right. I expect people not to understand me, right? Because they don't know me. And if you knew me, you will be me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that conversation needs to be had to know someone before you judge them. It should be. Man. It's the wise thing to do. And how you communicate lets me know what type of intelligence you have. The lack of communication lets me know the same. So to me, I just look at it like that, and I pray that I still can be able to understand those that don't understand me.
Right.
So somebody told me it's better to understand than to be understood. Sometimes I think
understand to be
understood. I just think that if I understand your situation, to try to put, everybody don't have that capability of being an empath. Everybody might not be like me. And that's what I heard Boozy say. He said, my problem is I went to my counselor. He said, I just think of others too highly than they do of themselves. You heard him say that?
Oh, man. Yeah.
And that can let you down.
Yeah.
Because you think everybody thinking like you.
Yeah, because I just don't. I ain't got to that crashing out shit is weird to me. Like, it just. Yeah, I can't.
And I just think, what was you saying earlier?
Yeah.
I think hip hop said it best. And was it a Black Sheep that said, "You can get with this,
but you can get with that." Yeah.
And to me, I want to leave behind a legacy that people can watch and say, he tried this, he did that, he tried that, he did. He might not have succeeded 100%.
Yeah.
But he tried it, you know. And he was one of the ones that I think that was genuine. I try to be genuine, and I try to hang around people that are genuine, so I don't focus on the negative.
Right.
So my thing is, if I think about the negative more than I think about the positive, I'm negative. That means it's like I can't allow someone to pull me negative.
Because as a man, I feel like you want to be shaping and becoming the best version of yourself.
Right.
And, you know, breaking off stuff that you can't do anymore, that mindset.
And that's the process.
Like a level of thinking.
Yeah. And I like what you got here at the Slap, where you can voice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can, as men, as black men.
Yeah.
We can have...
We're an endangered species.
Yeah, we can have...
We're an endangered species.
Yeah, we can talk about money,
but
sometimes money can't save you.
Man.
It's times money ain't gonna save you. So if you putting all your hope and beliefs in money, sometimes money can't.
That is true.
You know, so what are you gonna fall back on if you ain't got no money? Is money not having it gonna break you?
Yeah.
Because some people can get it out the mud without money. Some people can get it out the mud without no friends. So, you know what we used to do? We used to do this. I don't know if y'all did it in y'all generation. We would go to the basketball court and we'll pick everybody, and sometimes I get picked second to last, third to last. I'm being real. Yeah. But I wanted to prove something by getting picked. So what some of the dudes would do, I don't know if you know this dude, I don't even remember his real name, but one dude would I'm gonna play without my shoes. He would take his shoes off to prove
how good he was.
Yeah, I'm in the Snap taking my shoes. I hope my feet don't stink. But some brothers would take their shoes off like they don't need that as a crutch. Wow. And he would ball. And what it taught me to this day is don't put your trust in things that...
I like those though.
They kind of old. They kind of old.
Tough.
Yeah, you got some Lysol in here.
Nah, you straight. You straight. I know what it is, man.
But can you play with your shoes off? Meaning, if everybody else turn their back on you, BT, can you still play ball?
Damn.
Can you still focus?
Live from the Slap, man.
Hey, we do it.
In the building.
We doing. I'm trying to challenge my boy, my cub BT. You know, it's
now that is right though.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm challenging us, and I think when I watch your show and I watch your moves throughout the year, you know, you gave me roses, but you need roses. You was the one putting in work for 15, 20 years on the radio at UT when everybody else wasn't coming through. Some nights I would watch listen to on the radio, you was the only one in there. You know, when everybody else, when the party wasn't there, when all the people wasn't around, you was still holding it down with the light on, brother. So what I'm trying to say is that light is still going on today, and you're still inspiring people, young and old, and you got the plaques behind you. Appreciate it. And I think we need to always give people their roses, because we don't know when the next day gonna be our last. We don't know.
Yeah, it my whole thing was I was just trying to do this in a way to help anybody that was trying to do some music. You know what I mean? I ain't never been with the hating bullshit. I ain't got nobody to hate in this music. You know what I'm saying? I don't for any reason it ain't gonna benefit. Hatred ain't gonna benefit me no way, no how. It's just everything that surrounds the hate, because if something bad happens to whoever I may be perceived to have a problem with, it will always come back to me. And that's where, you know, my level of thinking got a little different, to where it's always been about the music and it's always been about the business. You know what I mean? It's just, motherfuckers ain't keeping shit player. I keep it player, I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I can have somebody got a problem with me from 2021 that I done forgot about, or 2020 or 19, but you didn't see me from where I was doing it in radio to where it is now. And you know, all I'm looking at is trying to help. You know what I mean? If I help out your situation, let's do it. If we make good money that way, we do it. But it's always somebody else depending on you for your success is kind of crazy to me. And that's where I think I'm gonna ask you, how hard is it from the point where you was a DJ to now the acting part, somebody got to depend on your success?
That's a good question, because sometimes if I feel that, or people around me not rowing the boat per se, or want to jump in your boat and try to go where you're going, I sink my boat. I'm just gonna be live on this. I sink the boat.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like being cool and nice to people, and I think my character speaks about that.
Yeah.
But to me, it slows me down, because if I'm focusing on everybody else and they're trying to get to a certain place, everybody has to roll. And to me, when I say roll, that means if you know I need something, okay, can you be there for me? Can you help the boat get to the destination? And we talking generalization, but I just figure in my past I had so many people try to sink the boat to where I just sink it myself, and I'm like, I'll get another boat, because it's gonna make me stronger, knowing that if I have to depend on anyone else besides God, it's gonna slow me down and eventually take me out, because I'm putting too much time and focus on another person, on another being, on another situation, to where it's drowning me and thinking about them. And that's not how life's supposed to be. Life's supposed to be about what God gave me and what he's done for me. And I'm supposed to be edifying myself to make myself be more abundant, more blessed. So if I allow the naysayers, or the people that don't believe in me, or the people that, it's always going to be that.
Man.
But the thing is, we have to stay above those waters. I just believe I think that's what God is allowing me to do in this season, to see how far I can go out there. And a lot of people see you from afar off and think, that should be me. I can do it better than you. Yeah. I had to tell one dude this one time.
Talk about
I had to tell one dude. I said, you think you could be me, right? He said, yeah. It's crazy, ain't it? And you know what I said back? I said, no, you can't, because if you was me, you'll do the same thing that I'm doing. People think if they see you, they can do a better you than you. No, God made us all different. Ain't nobody the same. Nobody thinks the same. So the thing what we're saying is better to understand than be understood sometimes. So I'm thinking if you understand
that, that's a jewel right there. You gotta say that.
Say it again. Rewind. Sometimes it's better to understand something or a thing or a person than to be understood. Like if you're trying to be understood, you're always rah. You're always talking at someone. But I think I'm learning at this age, wisdom comes from seeing different points of views, and your wisdom can be added to my wisdom, and then I can grow in that. And I think that if you do that, you're a wise man. I just think, and sometimes I use my comedy to combat, you talking about my acting and DJing, but the comedy.
Man. Talk about that, man. What made you want? You always been a funny dude, though.
Oh, thank you.
You always been a funny dude. Like this would let me know you're a funny dude. So there's a movie, that you're in, called Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
That is the funniest shit.
That's a hood movie we did.
It's a classic.
Okay.
Bro, that is a classic. I love that movie.
Check that out.
That is crazy.
What's your page? The first one's on your page.
Yeah, 226 Company.
It's on 226.
226. Look that up. It's Saturday movie.
I'm mad I couldn't be in it, man.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, man.
I was in a state to where, to be honest with you, I ain't said this to nobody about why I did the movie.
Okay.
And I was going through a lot of depression at that time.
Wow.
I had lost really everything I had. And
never knew that.
And the only way that I think God put it in my heart to stay busy, to do something, is create laughter. I didn't have nothing to laugh about, BT, at that time. You know who pulled up with me? C-Note pulled up and said, hey, I got you. We can do this movie. He didn't even bat at me. He didn't ask the price and nothing. He said, I got you on this. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And the people that was helping me do that movie, I can shout out all the names I'll probably forget, but it was to combat the depression I was going through. And I had to create laughter around me so I wouldn't be depressed. And that's something we need to talk about. And to me, it was one of the funnest times and the worst time, because everybody around me was laughing and having fun and doing things in the hood like that. And rest in peace to my boy Screw Loose was in that thing.
Yeah,
and you know Screw Loose.
His life.
Screw Loose came to one of my shoots to C-Note my shoot. He was like, my mama just died, and I'm here at this movie. I need to be here to get my mind off my mom's.
Yeah.
And so to me, to even think that we was doing a comedy movie, man, and somebody had to come to the movie, get their mind off their problem, is the reason I believe we had to do that.
Yeah.
If it was for nobody else,
right, it
was for him at that time.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun doing that movie, man. If I can shout out Jamie, shout out who else was all in that movie? See, no, help me, man. My mind is on some sensitive. About to cry.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
The first one.
CC. Who else? Yeah. I'm giving shout outs today. If I miss your name, I'm sorry, but I'm in my emotions, man. That's all right. I'm in the slap with it. You know what I mean? Squirrel.
Squirrel was in the. Oh man, Squirrel was in there. Yeah, Squirrel was in there.
Yeah, we had a lot more people in that movie. Shout out to everybody. We did another one, part 2.
Oh, I did part 2.
So part 2 was a little bit better to me. I kind of was like, let's see, know how he shot, and hopefully it inspired somebody to take it to another
man. Yeah, like that movie right there, man. I just remember that's when I started like noticing you as far as that, and then just like your acting, but the DJ, man, what you've been able to like do all of those. What is like, which one has been more fulfilling?
Good question.
Which has been more fulfilling? Because I feel like the music side of you always gonna be around music, and then like you always been funny. I thought you would do comedy quicker than what you did.
I didn't think you.
I always thought you was funny. I just didn't know if you were gonna do either stand up or like with the movie.
Yeah.
Thing. So.
Yeah, and really, I stumbled into comedy the same way I did that comedy. Movie, them 2 YouTube movies. Okay. So it was kind of the same thing. And then here recently, me and my cousin, shout out to Posey Boy, we got selected in Tennessee's Wildin' Out Tennessee edition in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's coming up in January. So we're gonna be down there with Radio Big Mac, Charlie Clips. We can be on stage with some of the greatest content creators around the area. Yeah. So that's a good look. So try to check that show out in January 3rd in Clarksville, Tennessee. Get your tickets now. But just being around excitement and being around people with good attitude, it does something for your soul, man. It does something. So I started going to these stand-up shows around town, like Scruffy City.
You started doing Scruffy City.
Scruffy City is a good place. If you want to stand up and try, you go down there and talk to Beth. Scruffy City's on Wednesday nights, around 7:30 or 8. And I would just sit in the back. And it became my therapy session. It became like I would hear people's problems on stage, be like, my shit.
I ain't been in Scruffy City in a minute.
My shit ain't that bad.
You see some of the best comics there.
But I would go and listen to their problems, and they would laugh about it. It wasn't like, you know how us blacks, we start getting high blood pressure, kidney disease, and all this stuff, and we hold those stuff in. But I noticed when you go around comedy shows, you let it out. I noticed when you go around comedy shows, it's like a therapy session. It's like a church. It's like you be real, but you let it out. And so I enjoy being around stand-up comedians. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I think I'm doing a little bit too much, and I don't feel like I'm in that lane. It's a certain lane. Like
lane you gotta be.
Yeah, it's like when you in your freestyle flow, can't nobody stop you, right? When you freestyle, that's why I'm like, they up there and it's a flow. And I haven't found that flow. And I respect it. And I respect who Little Twin got me thinking about stand up. CJ McKinney, these are guys that I look up to. Connie Burrell, Slim Kim, shout out to Slim Kim. So all of these people, that's their lane, and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And they representing for where I'm from. So anybody that ain't representing and pushing for them, they ain't from here.
Yeah, Sam King too.
Sam King. I've been, like I said, it's a lot of guys that they stand in that craft and they perfect it, and it means something, and it does something to people. It heals certain parts of you. Laughter is medicine.
Yeah.
So So you know you was talking about DJing, but I wanted to bring us back to the comedy, part.
I want to go there.
DJing to me, like I said, I was young, listening to my dad's stuff, but I would go to the record store. My cousin Edie Grooms, she said, "You need to meet this guy. He's DJing my party. It's like it's a 17th birthday."
Yeah.
His name was Leonard Hill. His name was King Cut.
Man.
And that's the first time I met him was at my cousin's party.
People say, I'm glad you said that. Leonard Hill, he talk about this dude because he's like this mythical figure of Knoxville.
If you know, you know. Right.
When it comes to hip hop. Talk about like what he was.
He was a mentor to me. Really? I met him that day, and I started going over his house. He taught me how to really DJ on real turntables. My mom had got me a realistic turntable from Radio Shack, and I know I'm dating myself.
Wow.
But people don't probably know what Radio Shack was in that area, but it was one of the first stores to get a lot of equipment before Circuit City, before what's another place they got now?
Best Buy.
There we go. Had to bring it back.
You took it back. Took it back for everybody. That was Circuit City.
Circuit City.
That's I think that's where I got my first 12s from, was Circuit City. So shout out to the dudes in Circuit City, man.
So I would go over there and he would show me the basics. Him and DJ AP, I credited them teaching me how to, and also listen to 90.3 with Stereo the Pearl. I would listen to Stereo the Pearl and tape some of his sessions, and I would just engulf myself into the music and learn how to, I think it just focused me to where I think I still use that focus in things I do now, like when I write my plays or when I write my skits for my comedy stuff, and it focused. It taught me how to sit still and focus on what I'm doing. Don't worry about everybody else, because when you start worrying about everybody else, you sink. So what I'm learning and DJing, you sit there and you just right here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you write, you right here. Yeah. You can't worry about what everybody else is doing because you have to be the best. You. So that I think I credit back to talking about King Cut, and he had the first hip hop video on BT.
That's right.
And I would look at those videos. What was K Chill?
K Chill, yeah.
And who else was in that? Slim was in there, and I would just watch that.
Wow,
and I would watch that, and it inspired me to say, okay. Yeah. And that's what I'm thinking life is about. It's like people around you inspire you to keep going. And I remember Leonard was one of those guys to say, go harder. Just like, so rest in peace to Leonard Hill too. They inspired me to keep going. And then try something new. If something don't work, try something new.
Man, I gotta bring up a story that I just thought about when you pulled up. So there was a 2 Chainz concert back a little minute ago. I think we got the film on it. There was a 2 Chainz concert a long time ago. I think I was still it was either at Champs that day, leaving Foot Locker to go to Champs to be there. I was like, man, I might not even be at this concert. You one of the first dudes that hit me up, pulled up. Now we at this concert. We hosting the show, the entire show. I always want to thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's such that's like an early part of where we even started doing the TV show. Like, I just definitely want to tell you I'm forever thankful for that because of everybody that was involved with that. Max Sosa, who's now Cam O'Brien.
Cam O'Brien, shout out.
You know what I'm saying? And just talk about, like, you got stories like that. Like, you got stories like that to where you've been in the music field for so long that you DJing that show, picking people up, being at sound, like, just talk about that, man.
Wow. I kind of remember that day too. I remember, shout out to Max Sosa, aka Cam O'Brien.
Yeah, Cam O'Brien.
Doing his thing, man. I think, is it?
I'm trying to reconnect.
Okay. But anyway, that day, man, it was an honor to be able to DJ with Cam O'Brien at that time. I remember like telling someone, I think I called you and said, I get to DJ. I was like, are you at work? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah. And I said, I could bring you out.
Yeah.
Your car was down or something happened. I said, I got you. This is gonna be a good look.
Yeah.
And I think I got it on one of my films, but being on that stage, and I'm gonna bring up some names. Who was all on that stage?
Yeah, it's a ton of people.
It was what's her name? She was a rapper.
Trop
Blanco was on that stage.
Yeah, she was there.
I'm gonna name everybody. Who else? You was on that stage representing. It was like I got to see my city be together. Mr. Mac was on that stage.
Mac was there.
Everybody that I looked up to that was doing
420.
420 was on that stage.
It's a bunch of
Baby Mac was on that stage. And it was like
now DJ Baby Mac.
So being
crazy.
For being a DJ and looking out there and seeing all your brothers and sisters was a moment, because that was one of the biggest concerts outside before y'all did that one a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
that was probably one of the biggest ones.
It was one of the biggest shows. 2 Chainz was late that day.
And that's like early 2 Chainz though.
Early 2 Chainz, yeah.
It's like early 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
This is like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? True religion 2 Chainz.
And if you into hip hop, you might not like a lot of hip hop, but to see the togetherness of that day.
Wow.
Togetherness. Wow. Nobody had no problems with nobody.
Talk about that, man. Like,
that day went so smooth. Everybody was smiles. I remember taking a picture of Mr. Mac and Sosa. I said, the 2 Macs. And I got that picture somewhere. And I got pictures of Baby Mac and me. It's like, it was like a Kodak moment in time. Yeah. And I think what we do here on Earth to bring it all full circle, we making either good times or we making it bad times. And I'm thinking the future depends on which one we choose. So and however you believe in your life, I just think those moments and the laughter and the fun and the moments we all get along echoes through eternity. I know that might sound like a Marvel quote, but I think that when you live your life to where you get those moments in time, if you a cook the best, when somebody bites your food, they be like, make the nasty face, like this was the best. That was one of those moments on stage for me when I looked out and saw you, Mac, Baby, Sosa, and I'm getting there going. And you see those moments. It's not the success that I'm looking at or how much money I got paid. Right. It's the moment. You can't buy that again.
Yeah, but that moment is gone.
You can't buy certain moments in what you want to do in your giftings. There's certain moments. Certain people can't come back. Like they was in my movie, they not here no more.
Right.
You know, it's like those moments in time make me want to make more moments like that. I can't worry about who don't understand that or who don't believe in me. Now, who don't? That's minute. Man, you know what I'm saying? It's minute to that. So that's my motivation. That's what I'm telling you like that. My motivation is how many moments before I die can I make monumental?
How many moments before I die can I make monumental? Live from the motherfucking slap.
Boy.
Live from the motherfucking slap. James J.
Yeah.
2 Pair Tate. Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah. And shout out to C-Note. Shout out to 332 Studios. 226 Film Production. Where you're getting all of this live, just having this great conversation. Is there something that you want to do in the film world that you haven't done? Is there something like you want to, like, what's something that like you really want to do in the film world?
Really, I want to get me a plaque like what you got with DJ Khaled back there. I ain't got that yet. If I can get one of them, that can probably legitimize. Tell me, I don't want to talk about me, right? But it's
man. The funny thing is, like, I shout out DJ Meg.
Yeah.
And shout out everybody that was at their station. Mostly, a lot of those records off that we was playing on 90.3.
Okay.
So it's like when I started playing, I Got the Keys. I think I started playing I Got the Keys. That was like the first of all those Khaled's that I was playing tough. And then that's how
that's how. See, if I can get, like, some people have different goals to be the best. Like you said, they want a plaque on the wall. And that's great. Now in acting and stuff, I've never really pushed myself. I don't think I pushed myself accordingly to do that yet. I was trying to get my feet wet for the first like 4 or 5. I was doing background roles and doing my own films. I felt comfortable, and I'm trying to get out of my own comfortable zone in the acting world.
Got you.
But I do like writing, and I do like trying to see if I can, start sending my stuff off to different. I got comfortable because I really don't like watching myself on TV. I don't.
Really?
I don't. You talk to anybody like that, they don't like how they rap, and they don't really listen to it, but other people like it.
Love it. Yeah.
And I think
that's I've never heard. Well, I haven't heard it from the actor's perspective.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that's dope that you got a perspective of that in a way. I've never I've never heard it.
Yeah, I really
like you don't get into your own.
And I think it might come across that way. And I'm trying to probably take lessons and try to push myself at this later years. I didn't really push myself to really take up no courses. Now I'm interested in the courses. And I think to be honest and transparent on things helps me grow. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell my son, put in all your work when I ain't
doing it. Right.
So with the acting thing, I'm kind of like here with it. Like I told you about my different levels, I think I'm trying to get the comedy to a 6 or 5.
Yeah, and it's just balancing
life, and to me, a lot of people say I ain't got time to do my craft or my talent. And to me, I don't have time to do it because that is what gives me life sometimes. Even if I wasn't getting paid and trying to do acting or DJing or writing, I think that's just a gift that God wants me to do to keep me busy. And keep me excited while I'm here. So with that acting thing, that's a good question because I ain't never pushed myself, and you caught me in it. You caught me, man. I do a lot of background acting. I do a lot of, like I said on the show with the Snapped and stuff like that. And going on those shows, it teaches you how crazy people
really are.
And I get to know ahead of time, before they film the show, they tell us the background and who it is. And they actually go talk to some of the victims and the families that's been hurt by that. And they actually tell you, what specifically what the family told them. So it's interesting to hear the behind the scenes of those people that have been through that trauma and devastation. Yeah. And it makes you kind of feel like you have to have a heart. I'm doing these roles. Sometimes I got killed off on some of those roles,
right?
And I feel for those people. That's and I sometimes I think how they think that I play in that part with that's their son that died, or that was their people, their cousin. How do they feel about me doing? I do think that when I've done those roles, and it just makes me feel like I'm blessed to still be here,
man,
to even tell that story, for some of those shows. But, man,
definitely. Man, so I'm just grateful that we having this conversation, man. Is there something that you're seeing different as far as the city becoming like a media market? Like, are you seeing anything different, like from your perspective of where it once was to see it evolving? Like, what do you think has been like a central piece of why this thing keeps evolving? Why is there a spotlight on a city that is very, college town? So you think there is something that has kept this pushing along? Like, what do you think has been the factors?
To be honest, I really think that the city needs a new spark. And I grew up when hip hop music and entertainment was just the underground. And to me, the underground makes the popular music. The underground makes what's popular. So I think the underground, we are underground scruffy city. That's why they named it Scruffy, because it was a scruffy little town that people didn't really, Marble City, they just thought it was the production city, agricultural, But under the agriculture, I think that something always grows. So I think, to be honest with you, our music right now, I think our area of Knoxville, Chat, Memphis is the #1 music in the world. And Knoxville had a place to just talk about music.
Yeah.
We had a part to play in it because everybody else had it before us. Everybody else, New York, LA, Florida, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then they got a hold of that thing called crunk. But crunk, really, that I've been doing some research, Memphis, Knoxville, Chat. We've been doing on that stuff. We've been on that type thing. Then Atlanta kind of picked up on our slang. I just think a lot of our slang and a lot of our underground music and acting is our time.
Yeah.
You got the Yo Guys, you got the Moneybag Yos, and you got the Glorillaz. We've been on that stuff. Now the wording and the positivity of it, I think that's something we can talk about that needs to be, everybody sounding the same. I just think that
you think a lot of people. I'm glad you said it. Do you feel like a lot of people this generation sound the same?
Yeah, when I turn on the radio now, I just think everybody sound like Glorilla. That's just, to me, everybody sound like somebody. But when we was growing up, I know they like, hear this old nigga talking about when they was older. But I used to go to the record store and just pick at random. Yeah. I didn't pick what everybody was picking because I wanted to see something different.
Yeah.
Now, Leonard would take me to the album store. He said, man, and if he saw me looking at an album, he just hit my hand. He said, be spontaneous when you sample. Be spontaneous. So I still remember that. I was mad that he hit my hand, but at the same time, I hear it like, do something that somebody else is not doing, then you stick out. And I think that's why our music is sticking out now. Our comedy is underground. Comedy is really like one of the biggest things we doing around here.
That's
it's
crazy.
kind of overdoing the music.
Dexter Mims Jr. with though.
It is.
And I feel that wild the way that they're doing stuff and that crew of people.
Yeah, and Dexter's, shout out to Dexter and Rudder and who else? Name somebody else on
Tate Man Soldier.
Yeah, I love doing it. And like I said, the underground determines what's gonna be on top. So I just think that Knoxville is the next to blow. We got the new stadium, we got the new UT, they put money back into our peoples. And to be honest with you, we needed that. We needed that good. Yeah. We don't need no negativity right now. Negativity is probably gonna go the opposite direction. But the point is positive.
Yeah.
And anything that you got right now that's in Knoxville, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. If you got, like I said, this podcast, you can start your own podcast. And I think that's what we need. We need newness in this. Because I think that when you start saying the same thing, talking about the same people, doing that, it becomes stale. Your mind becomes stale. And then everybody else start talking to you still. They were like, I'm from Knoxville and ain't nothing here in Knoxville. I'm like, you from Knoxville? You just said it.
Yeah.
Make Knoxville something in your area.
Knoxville player again.
Knoxville
player again.
Yeah, my battery low over here, bro. But like you said, why is it? I think the question you said was, why do you think it's growing now?
Yeah.
And I didn't answer it.
Yeah, like what's this? What do you think is why does it keep evolving? Why is it growing? Like what is?
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we are underground.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we the South right now got the ball.
Oh man,
we got the ball.
Big time.
Anything that we're doing and publicizing and get with a crew or a network, it's gonna launch.
Right.
And I think the people that's on it now know it, and I think that this is our time. It's like our season. Yeah. And it's going to be a time where our season is up.
So you would probably point to timing.
I think timing, and
because you started from a point where it wasn't
right. I was trying to act like Run DMC at one time. I was trying to act like BBD or one time.
Because that was y'all time area. Y'all were in that Run DMC,
right?
BBD.
Name it.
Yeah, y'all was in there.
Half a hammer time.
Oh wow! Yeah,
I had some hammer pants for a season.
God.
For a season, but it was a difference. You had hammer. You had Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
You had
NWA.
All of those three things.
And that's the time where you were coming up in.
We can choose different things to do.
Yeah.
Monday you could be on some ham. Tuesday you could be on. But a lot of times people think that's not real. They think sometimes keeping it real is doing the same thing over and over and over. To me, that's boring.
I want to ask you this too. How important do you think that those hip hop symposiums and Renaissance, like,
okay,
I want to talk about like that involvement. How important do you think that was to what we are now? Because like nobody was doing what y'all were doing as far as what you were doing with the Beck Cultural Center, getting all of that going. Like nobody was giving hip hop that type of platform in the city. I really, you know what I'm saying, really want to thank you for that, because even the things you and Raymond Lamar Lee doing at the Bird had, like, I felt like y'all were the ones that were active. Kobayashi.
Kobayashi, shout out to him too.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kobayashi. But when it comes to like being active and bringing activity, where did that start with you? Like of doing that? Like where did that start of you saying, man, I'm about to be active in my community?
Yeah, and I think that started way back when I was a kid through my parents.
Okay.
Growing up in church and being around, I have a lot of people that helped raise me back when I was young. And it was always fun times when I was around all my mothers and fathers growing up in church and school. And I think sometimes we get away from that type of love because we think it's weak, or we think we can go out here and do it by ourselves. But I think we're missing something when we get out there and don't give back. And I think a lot of people are starting to give back. I see a lot of food drives now. I see a lot of people giving out stuff like that. And I think that makes our city look like we care. You know, where caring at one time was the lame thing to do, when you had all your music saying don't care for these and don't do this for them and be about yourself. To me, it's doing the opposite. So I was raised in a time to where when you did something for somebody, it wasn't that you trying to get the fanfare of it or pat on the back. You did it. It just made you a good person. Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't want to be a good person, and that's cool. That's cool. But I just figured somebody has to document each area of life for it to pass on to the next generation. I just feel like with Raymond Lamar, when he stepped up and did his thing, and Kobayashi stepped up and he put his dot on the paper in life. Who else was doing it back then with the hip hop? We're talking about hip hop. Yeah. Like I said, when Sterl was on the radio station, now you see what Sterl's doing in the stadiums going across the world. But
Michael Midnight.
Who?
Michael Midnight. Remember he had the TV show?
Oh.
What? I forget what it was called. What's Up Now or something like that?
What's Up Now?
Michael McBath.
Okay, yeah, okay. Now I have. Yeah. And I think our generation have to tell the next generation, make sure you make something that lasts. Yeah. Because the next generation will forget. They're gonna make their mark, but where did it come from? Who inspired you? Where are you gonna take it to next? Where are you gonna take it to your kids? Your kids gonna have something to remember about their dad, their mom, something significant. And a lot of times that pushes me. If I say that to myself, I'm like, what can I do significant? And I think I'm answering your question in a roundabout way. You are. But all of those people that I named, if I forget you, so I'm trying to make a documentary. I think your show is like a documentary, man.
It do feel like
it feels like I'm getting out stuff that I didn't get to say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do appreciate you bringing me here, letting it out. I don't know how much more time I got, but
man, you know,
yeah.
I'm just trying to see if there's something we haven't hit
Okay.
I'm trying to see if there's something we haven't hit on. Because I was just doing. I like to go into it as a timeline and. So we can be able to take you to this point, to that point, while, you know, giving the flowers for what you do, man. Like, nah, for real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even want to shout you out, like, me and Zoe got into it one time.
Okay, you gonna be real on this show, huh?
Me and Zoe got into it one time, and you pieced us up, man. Like you brought, you said, both of y'all, y'all too grown for it.
I did.
And Docs, was it Docs?
It sure was.
Hey man, look! Shout out to Docs.
Docs, yeah.
Man,
but I just see it.
That was one of I think that's one of the most biggest. That was a changing point in my life because where I was, like, man, I'm got a problem with heavyweight boxing. Like, I can't make this up.
But you gotta understand.
And God bless him.
You gotta understand. Sometimes we all need spar partner.
Oh man.
Because I got in the ring, rest in peace with Big Zo before. He made me get in the ring. Let me tell you how it went though.
Oh man.
I'm taking him to the practice.
Oh man.
I took him to the practice, you know, and I'm just outside the ring, just like, when he gonna start practice? When he gonna start doing this? He said, you getting in the ring today? I said, no, I'm not. I said, no, he said, no. I need you in the ring. I ain't got nobody to spar. I need somebody to shadow me. He was being for real. He didn't have nobody. And I was like, he said, no, come on here now. And I said, man, he gonna beat me up if I don't get in this ring. I got in that ring, and he was kind of jabbing me, and he was like, all right, that's good, that's good. Mm-hmm. He gave me one punch to my side. Right here, BT. Right here. I still feel it. I said, what did you hit me with, Zo? He said, I gave you about a 2. It taught me something, to respect that ring. Yeah. Respect it. And he was trying to teach me how to, you know, protect myself. So I shout out to him. I mean, he taught me so many and big brother's supposed to give you fights. I'm an only child. But when I met Zo, and I met you, I met Kobe, I met Raymond, I can keep naming. Yeah. I feel like all of y'all my brothers. While I'm here on this earth, I do have brothers. Yeah. So I'm saying, and I think I try to treat people that way. And hopefully my son will do the same. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, I don't know if you was asking the question that time neither. But yeah, I remember that time. Yeah. And I just feel like sometimes I think we all go through.
Nah, thank you for doing it.
Yeah. And
thank you for doing it.
And I know you would too.
Man.
And like I said, we all go through our times as brothers.
Man, I almost got into a heavyweight chair. What the hell I was thinking.
Yeah, and we all been there. And I think life teaches us.
Lord have mercy.
I can say some more stuff, but like I said, he got at me once. I can say
man.
He got at me once, and I'm gonna say this in a nice way. Whoever listen, I wanted this to be documented. Okay. But one time, I had said something about him. I was upset in my feelings with him.
Oh man,
It got wind. It got back to him. And I was DJing the line dancing. He came up to the door. He said, "Let me talk to you." I already kind of knew. I said, "What's up?" He said, "I heard you been saying stuff." He said, "You knew where I live. You could have." Come up to me and told me. He said, I need you to get my name out your mouth. Put some respect on my name.
Man,
he said I could have came up and said something to you. And I respected that. At least he told me in my face.
Right.
He didn't like something.
Yeah.
I told him I didn't like some things he was doing. But the thing is, when brothers do disagree, we can talk it out. We don't have to take it to the full extent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I did respect about Zo. He got a problem with you, he gonna tell you. And I respect anybody that can look in your face and tell you. Tell me. And I think that I'm smart enough and you intelligent enough to handle it as grown black men.
Yeah.
Because some men don't get that chance to say, I hope you have a nice day, or get to see you breathing again. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I do respect that out of my brother and anybody, just doing that. But it's so many stories, man.
You got a bunch.
There's so many stories you can say, but I'm glad you got some of this.
No. You got a bunch. That's why I was like, I had to get.
I appreciate you.
I had to get some of these stories.
Appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
My phone is dead, so ain't nobody.
That phone was died off.
Yeah.
Died off. No, I'm glad we got to have this conversation, man. I really am. Yeah. Cause you seen me from the start. I've seen you from your starts, and what you're doing now, man, is truly tremendous. Like, just the transition into the acting side, man. I'm truly a fan, man.
Appreciate you.
Really,
and I'm a fan. Likewise. Yeah. So keep doing what y'all doing. You and C-Note, man. Get some of this stuff down. Yeah. Like I said, for the legacy. Keep continuing to make put a big light on where we from.
We got a new studio coming up.
Oh, new studio. Talk about it. Tell me about
the
it.
Icebox.
Oh, it's supposed to be. Oh,
my bad. We got. Oh, we can't tell y'all no more. We can't tell y'all no more.
I want to be at the grand opening. As long as I'm in the house.
Man, you definitely.
I just be in the house, be a part of what y'all doing for the legacy.
You definitely gonna be in the building, man. I feel like we touched on everything, man.
I think we did too,
I feel like we did.
Appreciate
it. There's something that I think you said at the beginning of what we talked about? Like, the OGs don't have this type of conversations. And, I just want, from your perspective, like, what makes a person into that point of the OG where their wisdom is at a supreme? Like, where do you feel like, the older generation is carrying the torch, or do you feel like the OGs have missed a step in giving what the young G's should be getting? Do you feel like, where you feel like that's going?
To be honest, I'm just learning every day. I'm learning every day to see it from another perspective.
Okay.
And I think you can call somebody an OG, and they can be from wherever, OG in the business world, OG in the streets, OG, in school. It doesn't matter, but a lot of people don't want to hear what you got to say as much as what you doing. So I just think that you can be an OG and be a young guy. Meaning you've been putting in the time, you've been putting in the work, you got credibility, people are following you, because that's a leader. When people follow you, you can say you're a leader, but who following? And to me,
you can say you're a leader,
but
who's following you?
And to me, I just think sometimes
that's the message of the day.
Sometimes people think they just because they're older, that means they know better. They could be doing the wrong thing for 30 years. That don't make you an expert in things. But I still think you can fail your way to success. You can do something so many times wrong, and you still can get it right the 100th time.
You can fail your way to success.
You gotta fail your way sometime.
Damn.
And if failure don't feel like it's just practice to you, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end it.
Okay.
One thing that I don't know where I got this from. I was about 9 or 10, and my dad put a basketball goal outside of the house. I would tell myself, I ain't going in the house until I hit 10 in a row. Sometimes I'll be out there half the night, getting in trouble.
But you're doing it.
And I might have got 7, and my mom said, get your butt in here, I gotta go to school. So what I'm trying to say is you can fail your way into where failing just feels like practice. Failing just feels like, and a lot of people look at you and they project their failures on you. Oh, he's supposed to have made it by now. My thing is, I'm trying to hit 10 before I go in. 10, and to me, it ain't failing, it's practice. It's just how you see life.
Damn.
You roll with that where you go with.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But all of that, it's just I just feel like I'm trying to have how much fun can I have before I get out of here?
Yeah.
And how many people I can help before I get out of here? And that's about the show, I think. So wrap it up.
All right, friend, slap. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.